Hey, Twitter world.
Don't pet the llama.
A pangender octopus who roams the cosmos in search of love.
I'm never going to look at butt plugs the same.
Apparently, ducks are rapists.
I'm really uncomfortable with this conversation.
Till Death Podcast. Brought to you by Till Death Studios and Violent Vibe Tribe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Till Death Podcast. It's been a minute. My name's Ian.
And I'm Jen.
And we're back with plenty of entertaining and interesting topics to talk about. We've had a lot going on in the past couple of weeks or past couple of months because, you know, it's been a minute since we've...
Just going to hear me clinking.
Okay. Yeah, remember that glass straw that we were talking about last time? Yeah, there it is right there. That feels good in the ears. Okay, so before we get into it, make sure you check out Violent Vibe Tribe. They are one of the sponsors here. Go to violentvibetribe.com and use the promo code TD20, and you'll get 20% off your order. Also, check out Dead Advisors of America. They're pretty awesome. We'll put the number right down here. I don't know it by heart. I'm still so unprofessional. You would think by episode 70.
They're amazing.
They're great. They're awesome. Get out of debt, you shitheads. Also, check out the merch site, teespring.com/stores/tilldeathpodcast. I think our promo code is no more mask. That's right. No more mask for 15% off your entire order.
We should actually change it to be no more Biden.
Oh, it should be. So,
or
Biden.
No more...
ice cream. We're going to go with ice cream. Or China virus, maybe?
No. What's the douche that's our governor?
Oh, no more Newsom. There we go. I like that.
That would have been appropriate.
Yes. Okay. So try any one of those. We'll just set them all up. I'll go back through here, make sure we set up the codes. Whatever one you like. China virus, no more Newsom. Biden, no more mask. There we go. Okay. So, yeah. What I think would be a good start off point is to talk about the ancestral supplements, because that's what we've been, and it'll kind of coincide with, you know, the Vegas stuff and everything, because it's, you know, what we're doing to help us out with that. So, so if you want to,
so Ancestral Supplements, I just happened to stumble upon this company, and honestly, I don't even remember how I stumbled upon them. I think when I was initially looking for liver supplements. Yes, I know. That sounds gross. But desiccated liver is supposed to be extremely healthy for you.
And real quick, because not everyone knows what desiccated is, because I didn't. What is desiccated again?
It just means it's actual liver that's basically been turned into beef jerky.
Yeah, and like then dried out. And
now it's a powder form.
Yeah, now it's a powder.
And put into a capsule. I'm sure there's a lot better way to describe that actually is in the process. It's not actually beef jerkied liver, but yeah, it helps with the visual.
Yeah, easier to understand.
So I remember looking for that like years ago, and that company was like always the popular one that came up. And then, of course, Facebook, you know, always gives you suggestions after you've Googled things. Mm-hmm. So they came back up. So I took a look at them. It's a family-run company out of Texas. So, you know, always supporting our own companies here in the USA. Mm-hmm. And basically they take, they're all about nose to tail. So they're all about, like, old school paleo, not just paleo that I follow, go to the grocery store and buy some healthiness. They actually eat every part of the animal. They believe that if your liver is not doing well, you eat liver. If your lungs aren't doing well, you eat lungs. It's basically like I think they call it like for like or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there's a whole thing about that, and you can read on their website, just Ancestral Supplements. But anyway, I got into that and kind of spiraled out of control at that point, because then we bought other organs.
We eat brains.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. We were going to call this episode Brains and Titty Milk, and I had that written on my board forever, and I don't remember what the titty milk was.
Okay, so besides, yes, we eat beef liver, and before everyone was like, oh my God. So it's grass-fed cattle, and I believe it's from New Zealand. New Zealand is the main source. Like anytime people are eating grass-fed beef, if it truly is grass-fed, grass-finished beef, more than likely, if it isn't from like a local farm, then it's going to be from New Zealand because they're known for like their lush grasses all year round. So that's a lot of times where the grass-fed beef is coming from. And so I believe that's where this company is sourcing their beef. But so we do liver, brain, and then the titty milk is, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's colostrum.
Yeah, colostrum. That's titty milk?
I think that literally is what comes out of like women's breast. Like after they give birth, I think that's like the first thing.
Yeah.
That is supposed to be like super, super healthy for the baby. They always encourage women to breastfeed because
those vitamins and nutrients.
I guess that may only be, I'm not a mom obviously, so you can't tell that I don't know about boobs very well, but
and you would think after a lot of years.
But I think I have no idea. I haven't even like looked this up, but I believe that's something that's only produced for a short amount of time.
Okay.
And it's like the platinum of like the nutrients at that time. So yes, we actually take that.
Yeah.
Not human ones. Like
we're cannibals.
No. It is from an animal, but I think the colostrum that we take may not be beef. So I know they also source from lamb as well.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know which one that comes from.
Lamb titties.
But I was like, oh, why the hell do I need that? I'm not like a growing baby. But then when I read about it, it said what the main purpose of it is to actually help with digestion and helping basically coat your stomach. And it makes sense then for a baby. That's
what I'll
new.
say about it is that it's helped out with the gut. I'm obviously a skinny dude, so it's not like I need, any help with the like. I probably need to gain some weight from some things, but like you get that little bit of bloat when you eat, and I probably shouldn't be talking about this right now because I just had Del Taco to get some food.
The bloat is real from Del Taco.
Dude, the bloat is real. Like literally I was fine, had like the flat stomach and then had 2 little grilled chicken tacos and like I feel like, but when taking the colostrum, and you take it before you eat any food, and it's mostly in the morning. And if you do that, then like literally, there's no bloat. You feel fine. It's great, dude.
Yeah. So whatever it does, it helps line your stomach. Like a lot of times, people end up taking like digestive enzymes when they eat, and a lot of times, like the natural enzymes people will buy will be like papaya or pineapple. I guess those are natural enzymes that help with breaking down the food better so you don't get like the pooch or you don't get bloating and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but we bought that. I don't even know why I ended up buying that one, to be honest, in the beginning. But so it helps with that, but it also helps, like if everyone's heard about your skin and everything, all comes from the health of your gut. Mm-hmm. So if your gut's healthy, then your whole body is healthy. And now it makes sense because digestion and everything, like if people have a lot of acne or, other skin issues, a lot of times it can be resolved.
It can branch out from that.
Yeah, it can be resolved by fixing your gut. And so what's really cool about Ancestral Supplements, like, yes, they're obviously, they make money off of their products, but they're
pricey,
not. They're not there to like sell you on everything.
Yeah.
The owner is really awesome, and I reached out directly to him because he encourages everybody to reach out directly to him and have a conversation with him first to find out like what kind of issues are you having, and he would kind of help you select one of the products.
Yeah, like I haven't talked to him at all, but just from hearing from you, it seems like the customer service is top notch. Like they care about their customers, which is good.
So yeah, we tried a handful of different products from them. I think,
what do we have? The thyroid you had for a minute?
Yeah, so the reason why that's what it was. So I got into that company because, yes, I'm only 29, but I started having some issues. Weight has never been an issue for me, but this past year, for some reason, I started experiencing where like I was working out, eating normal, healthy, and couldn't lose weight, and I was gaining weight. I didn't know why, and I know like in my family, hypothyroidism runs. So that's basically an underactive thyroid, and I didn't want to go to the doctor. I still haven't gone to the doctor about it, so I actually don't know if I have that. But I know it is hereditary, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, shit, I might be experiencing that. Because I was kind of like hitting all the check boxes for having that.
Exactly.
So I ended up getting thyroid. So yes, it was like taking the thyroid of grass-fed.
Hey, I mean, they didn't need it anymore, right?
I know, right? And that actually helped jumpstart my weight loss, because then I started losing weight relatively quickly after I started taking that, just taking a couple of those every morning.
You also worked your ass off working out and stuff. I'll give that to you.
So, but for any females out there that males too that have,
or whatever gender.
Yeah, I don't recognize any other genders. So, it's like as you get older, you start struggling with weight. Like I know it's just like a normal thing as you get older, but to be this ridiculous, to be working out, doing HIIT training, weightlifting, eating paleo, like it should have been easy peasy for me.
Yeah. And especially, just coming from the outside of it and seeing you, and I don't really work out much. I mean, I don't, I know you couldn't tell, but seeing it from the outside, I know that from before the wedding happened, you did a lot of the same process, just without the ancestral supplements, but the healthy eating, the clean eating, and the working out and stuff. And it seemed like it was less stressful for you then, and more results quicker. So that's why even from the outside, I was like, yeah, okay, like she's doing the same stuff. Like what's going on? You know?
And that's what was just like so self-defeating, because I was like, oh my God, and I wasn't going overboard with working out. Like I will work out for 30 minutes, 5 days a week. Nothing crazy. Focus on weightlifting. I don't do crazy runs. I literally, for cardio, I'll do, kind of a mix of things. It's kind of like sprint sessions, but instead of sprinting, but doing, quick squats or push-ups or, so it still is somewhat resistance training, but just without the weights. So all that worked for me really well. And then all of a sudden this year it didn't. So that's where I was seeking out answers, because I didn't want to just resolve and going to the doctor, getting a prescription for a pill. I'm like you. I don't like to take pills.
Well, see, you don't like to take pills, but I physically my throat closes.
Well, I don't want to take prescription pills is what I want to say.
There we go.
I understand herbal supplements are still something that you should be careful with. It's still medicine per se, but it's not an artificially created pill.
It's not like man-made stuff.
I'm against that.
Yeah.
So it kind of sounded interesting. All right, I'm having issues with thyroid, so the whole or whatever his little slogan is for that.
Yeah.
So take thyroid, and it worked. It really did.
Yeah. So and then we have the tallow. We have, which is actually a sweet pill, not sweet, but when you put it in your mouth, the coating on it tastes like sweet, which is really weird, a crazy concept.
The fat.
Collagen. We did the collagen, and then there were a couple other ones too.
Just other ones that I wanted to try. So we take liver, but I wanted to take general organs.
Yeah.
So it's the most
beef organs, I think.
Yeah,
that's one.
It's just the most popular organ. Mm-hmm. So that one has a little bit of liver, but not much. Yeah. But it has everything in it, like heart, kidneys.
Yeah.
People are probably oh my God right now.
Well, the funniest thing is the fact that I am 35 and I have a old person's pill jar. So it's just this Sunday AM, Sunday PM. It's just this big thing. And when she came in with it, I was like, really? I'm not 60. Come on, babe.
That's convenient, though.
No, it is really easy. It's awesome. Because I'm a dumbass. And that'll come back into play later of why it made it easier. But no, I think it's good. I think it's good to be healthy, especially with all the stuff going on right now.
Definitely.
It's good, and you've kept me up on the vitamin C, the vitamin D, vitamin K, all the stuff that we need. And the ashwagandha and astragalus has helped a lot with stress and
if anyone has any questions on that stuff, like I've done so much research on it, so I really have a good idea.
Yeah.
On
Gonzo went
did you
flying.
drop him? Okay.
I dropped
I have a
Gonzo.
really good idea on kind of like the natural supplements, not to go overboard on stuff, but and a lot of the we're not going to continue to take all of these ancestral supplements. I kind of wanted to just try a variety of them and then really narrow it down to just a few core ones to continue to take.
The Colostrum's great.
Because it does get really pricey because on average they're about $50 a bottle.
The two of us.
And that's $50 a bottle a month per person. So if you can tell, we tried 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah. It was a little bit, but at the same time,
I don't really want to be paying that every month. But
Did you put too many pallets of toilet paper on your credit card during the pandemic? Are you struggling with the interest rate accumulated from said paper product purchases? Did you sign up for all the streaming services knowing that it would come back to bite you in the ass? And now with all the unemployment going out and the eviction moratorium, all these things going on, you're finally realizing that was a bad idea. Well, stop being a dumbass and get your debt in order. You need Patrick with Debt Advisors of America. He'll give you a free consultation that will put you on a fast track to getting your financial life back with 0% interest. That is the toughest sentence of this whole thing.
I think you're just retarded.
Oh man, wrong one.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
I had to leave the Joe Rogan laugh in there at the end.
Sounds like a woman.
Along with all that, he will consolidate your debt into one single payment. And Debt Advisors, that isn't a run-on sentence. I need to rewrite this. Jesus. Debt Advisors of America has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and handles over $40 million in unsecured debt a month. Patrick is a certified debt specialist with the IAPDA and has much more professionalism than we do on this show, as you can see. It only takes a couple of minutes to get your life back on track. Stop spinning your wheels. Stop with the debt shit. Stop putting more debt on top of you without getting your life on track. It'll get your credit up. It'll make sure you can get into a house. You can get that new car that you wanted to. Maybe figure out your financial shit without having to take on more, So make sure you call the number right here at the bottom of your screen and get in touch with Patrick and tell him Till Death sent you. He's probably got something cool there for you. Thanks, guys. Well, speaking of that, speaking of all the healthiness and speaking of trying to be clean and trying to be healthier.
He obviously didn't take his brain pill today.
No, I didn't. But I do feel a lot more clear-headed, and the reason why is because after 18 years of daily smoking and a lot of intake and a high tolerance, I have quit smoking weed. Thank you. And I will say, and I'm not gonna get preachy like Danny told me not to, but yeah, I'm not going to get preachy or anything like that, but I will say it has definitely given me a lot clearer of a head. I feel more attentive to my wife. I feel more motivated and more attentive to the house and cleaning things up and not being such a lazy stoner. I mean, does it suck because my body, was used to it for so long, which I'll get into the downside of that part in a little bit, but it does suck because, my body's used to it and my brain's used to it. So there's so many times I'm going to watch a Marvel movie. I want to smoke. And then now I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. It's just
you just got to reprogram.
You got to retrain your brain, so, but, so to set up the reasoning, we went to Vegas. Was that last week? Mm-hmm. Went to Vegas last week, and
almost 2 weeks ago we left.
Yep, and we were going on. Yeah, tomorrow will be 2 weeks from when we left. 2 weeks from when I had my gnarly panic attack.
Mm-hmm. You literally thought you were dying.
Yes, So anyways, we planned this trip for a while. We were looking forward to it, and it was just coming up on the day, and I had run out of my vape pen, and then I was just thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to use weed to like make me have a good time. I want to like have a fun time with my wife. I want to be, like pay attention and, be attentive and be there and like not
be present.
Yeah, be present and be like in the moment, and not like, oh, I'm fucking high, or oh, I'm not high right now, so I can't enjoy it. Like it's just, and thinking about it, it's like I don't want something to rule me and control me. Especially there's a lot of stuff going on in my life that I had no control over. So I figured there's, a lot of people say that you have control over eating. There's the one thing, like you control your eating and your habits and stuff. So it's the one thing in your life you can control. Like a lot of people say that. It felt a lot like that. So that's why I was just like, you know what, I'm done. And then I stupidly decided to quit cold turkey. I went 3 days without smoking, and my wife, being the lovely person that she is, realized, hey, you're being a fucking grump. Can you please just go get some weed so you can enjoy your time out there? Because I was trying to quit so I would enjoy, but then I wasn't. So I probably would have killed someone on the strip for sure. So she told me to do that. I was like, all right, cool. And then I had talked to the guy that I go to, and he was saying, yeah, like he went to Vegas and it was crazy. It was crazy expensive, and the taxes and whatever. And, because I honestly didn't really want to bring anything over state lines either, which is, because I had experience with that when I was in Of Hearts and Shadows in the band I was in. It was a big ordeal, a lot of years ago, but still. So she told me to grab something. So I did. And then it was 2 weeks ago today when I hit it a couple of times. I was fine, no craziness. And then Sunday, we were just kind of, stressing, getting out of the house, packing and making sure we had everything. And because we plan too well with packing, we had so many things that we had to like make sure that we grab. So it was a little stressful getting out of the house. And then, so we get on the road and we are driving. And as we're on the road driving, we realized that the 15 is closed down because there was a fire in the Cajon Pass. So not only were we going a different way, but like it was just going to take longer. It was kind of annoying. And so we get onto the 60, the 215, the 60, whatever. And then, as we're on it, we saw that there was like a drug raid or something going on the side of the freeway, and then the whole first lane just slammed on their brakes for no reason. I was in the first lane, instinctively went to the median into the left and had to slam on my brakes, missing the other cars. My hands started getting sweaty. I started, feeling like kind of overexerted. And then I was like, you know what, whatever calms me down is weed. That's what, would usually calm me down. So I was like, cool, I know I was driving, probably not the greatest idea, but still, I took my little vape pen out and hit it once. And as I blew it out, I was like, that might not have been the best idea. Like
That's weird that it was
the
so immediate.
exact fucking opposite. Yeah. And so I started feeling weird. My hands were still like sweaty, and I started feeling a little tingly, and I was like, all right, I know this isn't just me being hot. You know what I mean? Like this feels weird. So I looked at you and I was like, hey babe, can you drive? I don't feel right. And then, so we pulled off, and then you started driving. And as you were driving, so also we're on the 60, which goes through fucking Blythe, and it goes in the, California fucking Deliverance. Like it is not kosher when you're going through some shit. And so as she's driving, I'm literally like fetal position, then stretched out, then fetal position. I just couldn't get right. I felt weird in my own body, and and then I started feeling like tightness in my chest and tightness in my left arm, which that immediately, everyone should know that is signs of a potential heart attack. And I didn't want to fucking go through that. So like, I'm even like getting a little like funny talking about it right now, because it's just shitty. And so I started I was sweaty, my hands were sweaty, my feet started tingling, my whole left arm was tingling and like numb and tense, and then my lips were everything started tingling, and then I just felt all the light like kind of closing in. I swear I thought I was gonna fucking die. And then after, looking up what an anxiety attack is and a panic attack is, like that's exactly what it is. So it was textbook what I was going through, but in the moment I just thought I was gonna fucking die. And then we're in the middle of nowhere. So I go to like call James Frasco, who's been on the podcast before. Him and his wife Candace live out in Vegas now, or in Henderson, and that's who we were visiting. So I like, fuck, I'm gonna call James. Like maybe he's somewhat close, or like he can at least help us. I don't know, something. And so I started, calling him, and then then I realized, oh, we don't have fucking service. So that didn't help with the anxiety. And then, tried to call the hospital or tried to call 911 because I started feeling that pain. And I was like, dude, I don't want to be having a heart attack in the middle of fucking nowhere. My wife, I don't want her to have to go through that. Like, I just didn't, there were so many thoughts going through my head of what I don't want someone else to have to deal with, besides the fact that I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with. Like, I just didn't, it put me in even more of an anxious state. So it really wasn't helping my state of anxiety because I didn't even know it was really anxiety. I didn't know what was going on. So like, it was just not right. So I called 911. They asked me, hey, where are you? And I said, I don't fucking know. Like
the desert.
Yeah, literally the middle of nowhere. It was like 30 miles to the next stop. It was not.
Honestly, right. Like where we were, both of us had never taken this route to Vegas before, but it was our only alternative route to take. And going from the 60 over by if anyone in California knows, like over by the big windmills on the way out to Palm Springs, and then you get off to go north to Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
I don't even know what road that is, honestly, but
this is like the part of California we were in is where a lot of people would be saying,
try to relax your anus.
The ecstasy people.
Literally. And my explanation of how I felt.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
That's how I felt. I just felt like my whole body was just retarded. Like I couldn't.
And it sucked because there was really no, like it mainly hit you. Like it hit you by Joshua Tree, but like you're like, okay, I'm good, and we stopped, and like just keep on going. But like once we passed through Joshua Tree and whatever else was out there, there was nothing out there, and it's a 1-lane road, windy, and it was a soft shoulder, and we're into Honda Civic, which if we were to pull over on the soft shoulder, we would have gotten the car stuck.
Yeah, there's no way getting out of it.
There's nowhere to pull over. There's no driveways.
Yep.
There's no.
Medians, nothing.
There was no rest stops because we weren't on like a huge freeway.
There was one, and there were a bunch of bikers, and I felt, nope.
Okay, well, that wasn't a rest stop. So literally, the only place we ended up turning, I don't even know. Again, we were on Route 66. It's literally where part of Route 66 was. Yeah. And there was an old motel, which I want to actually look at now because it looks kind of cool. Yeah. So it's an old motel, like something. If you guys have ever seen the movie Vacancy.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you saying that.
Yeah. So that horror film. So this is basically what that, like kind of like a Bates Motel, where it was like a separate building for like the admin building, check-in building, and then the small little motel of like 10 rooms.
And that check-in, that like main building had a bunch of bikers.
Yeah, well they had turned it, so it was like an old gas station that no longer was a gas station, and then a convenience store, and then it had the old motel now as a museum next door to it. So it did look really cool because it was like vintage in like 50s, maybe 60s, because it had like the A-frame building with like the cool, the furniture I like, the modern, I always forget the name of it. It's all the furniture now that you can buy everywhere at IKEA and Target now. Yeah. But, so that was literally the only place to stop, and we pulled over. And then you're like, well, maybe we'll go to the restroom. Like, but they just had porta potties.
No, like, yeah, they were like, oh yeah, it's that one right there. I was like, dude, I'm having an anxiety attack. I'm not gonna go fucking shit in a hole like that. Everyone, no,
it's not even the fact that other butts have touched that seat. It's the fact that spiders and critters are probably in that hole.
That, and then I didn't even think about that. But just being in a tiny little thing, it just smell like dookie. No,
Dude,
not right.
Porta potties will give anyone anxiety.
Oh yeah, no, like we were there, and like literally, what was going through my head is like, dude, if we stay here any longer than right now, which again, in the middle of an anxiety attack, which which is probably not the right thing to think. But I was like, dude, if we stay here anymore, both me and my wife are going to get our buttholes diddled by a dude named Bubba hearing, like literally it was not.
Yeah. No,
good.
I'm guessing had it been different circumstances
Yeah.
and what was that?
I don't know.
Let's pause.
Okay. I think it's just the AC.
No, that wasn't the AC. The AC's been on that loud. Yeah, that was creepy. I literally heard a. As I was saying, oh, in better circumstances.
Yeah. So no, under better circumstances, I think it would have been. I think it would have been a lot cooler to see because it was pretty cool. Like it is in the middle of nowhere, but it was cool sights and cool visuals and stuff like that.
It was beautiful. It really was.
Yeah,
but even so, I don't know if I want to drive through there ever again.
No, not
Maybe,
at least a couple years because that's it. Being back there is going to give me that same.
Well, you know what's crazy? So, totally random, but I've been trying to figure out what kind of car to get, and I've been leaning towards getting an SUV, but kind of more like a luxury SUV, which is kind of more the crossover stuff.
Little crossover sport SUV.
Now I don't know if I want a crossover. Now I think I might want just an SUV because one, we'll have more room for luggage and shit, but two. Like in that circumstance, we could have freaking pulled over on the side of the road. You know what? It's just those little random things that you don't think about.
Yep.
And now I'm like, I think that situation helped me make a decision on what vehicle to get next.
See, there's positive situations coming out of everything, and like, I will like, and so we called 911 back and said, hey, we don't know. Excuse me.
Yeah, because literally 911 said, well...
Pull over. We can't pull over. And
the nearest, they're like, well, it's going to take them a long time to get to you, at least 45 minutes. Because that's how far away from civilization we were.
Yeah. So it was not an ideal situation at all. And I will, before we get more into the story, I will completely say if you do smoke weed regularly all the time, do not quit cold turkey. Try and calm down and try and level down because it's not an addiction. I'm not going to go doing dirty things and blowing a dude in an alley for a joint. That's not, I was never to that point, but it was a dependence. My body was dependent on that being ingested into my system and put into my system on a daily basis. And so it's completely makes sense. And, thinking about it, now and looking back on it, yeah, like it's.
I really think that, you honestly could have wound up potentially in the hospital just because, watching all those shows that I watched, documentaries and stuff on, what's
A&E and all that, yeah.
What's the one?
Intervention?
Intervention.
Yeah.
They were saying that people that have alcoholism, they are told not to quit cold turkey. Because they can literally die from their body going into shock.
And I honestly think my body was going through some of it at least. And so just be careful with it. And I'll give you the kind of what helped me a lot, just besides my wife being amazing. And
I have superpowers, if anyone didn't know.
You are a godsend, and I don't know what I would have done without you. And I mean that honestly. I'm not just saying that for, these fuckers over here. Like, I love you and like, holy shit. So did I ruin the first day of our vacation? Absolutely. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I did that. That was not right of me to do. I should have been smarter about that. But
well, you just owe me one now.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
Try to relax your anus.
Butthole. So the first night was like literally she loaded everything into the hotel room by herself, and like I said, we pack a lot of shit. So butthole. So no, but we
I didn't store it there.
So she brought everything in. I literally was like in the fucking shower, which honestly it was amazing that shower was as hot as it was because it helped with the like like keeping me, I don't know, my body warmth was really cold, so that helped a lot. And even though it smelled like fucking fabuloso, oh my god. Anyways, so we get there, and the first day was a wash, the first night was a wash, which sucks because it's Vegas. But then at the same time, if I'm going through an anxiety attack, Vegas is not the right place with all the lights and all the it's not a good idea. And so the next day, she went to Whole Foods, got me bone broth, got me Epsom salt, got me all like liquid IV, which that is amazing. Liquid IV, if you are dehydrated or you're going through something, shove that in your face. It's amazing. You can get it at Walmart or CVS or Whole Foods, any of those things. Go get some. It's great.
Did Walmart have it? I don't think they did.
No, actually they didn't. Sorry.
I think Target has it.
Yeah.
Certain stores have it. That stuff's amazing though. It's better than Gatorade.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 3. The first night we got Pedialyte, and then that worked kind of, and then the liquid IV is supposed to be 3 times, or the amount of 3 like Gatorade drinks or electrolyte drinks is supposed to be 3 times that, which is great. So
Even for a hangover.
yeah,
We haven't tested it though on hangovers.
no, you want to test it tonight? Anyway, so yeah, so the next day, had some bone broth, got in a bath, was just, trying to be regular. And then I was doing a lot of reading up, especially because I was trying to poop the whole time, and I couldn't poop. So I was just literally like on the toilet on my phone, and then I'd be on my phone for too long, and then my brain would be all weird, and I'd start feeling it again, so I'd have to put my phone down. But then I'd be like the way to best explain it, which I heard a lot of people say, is that having an anxiety attack or going through that is like you feel okay where you're at for a second, and then you want to be somewhere else, and then you're there, and then you want to be somewhere else. It's just you're not comfortable in your own skin and comfortable where you're at. So it's really hard to grasp like how to deal with that. And so what I will say that helped a lot is that the dry brush thing, which you explain kind of how that works.
Actually, here, can you show it?
Yeah, let me see.
I'm more ladies are gonna be used to this, but
oh yeah, the doctor was like, oh, dry brushing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, exactly.
So dry brushing. So usually people, I know it looks like something you might like use on your horse.
Yeah, or like a beard brush or something.
So they have a lot of these everywhere. But you
Danny said, what kind of witchcraft is that?
We're gonna get to that later. And I'll have a comment for you later,
sir.
Daniel.
Oh, shit. She didn't say Danny. She said Daniel. You're in trouble.
First full name.
Damn.
So anyways, the brush is natural brush. So usually boar bristles. Yes, it's not vegan friendly, and I'm all about animal. So don't get artificial, the plastic. It's too hard on your skin. You're not trying to like make your skin bleed, but it's all natural. It's really soft.
If you're into that.
So I've always had this brush. It's called dry brushing because that's exactly what you do. You don't use it in the shower. It's just to use on your skin dry without lotion or anything, but it's really soft, so don't feel like it's going to be like sandpaper. And then you basically are helping your body. I don't like to say it's detoxing your body because they haven't proven that it does that. It just helps with the circulation.
Yeah.
So I just go by that.
It releases some toxins. And
so so I am kind of, I wouldn't say I'm an expert in the holistic medicine stuff, but with that, I know like which direction like you're supposed to brush your skin in order to get your blood and your lymph nodes or your lymph to move, and then get any, I sound like I'm such a hippie. Get the toxins out of your body.
The negative energy.
Yeah. So there's points on your body, like your armpits are one of them, and then like, I don't know what you call it, like right where the crease is between your hips and your thighs.
Yeah. The crotchal region.
The crotchal region.
Dwight, you ignorant slut.
So I knew that helps because a lot of times too, they'll recommend for people that are dealing with like sickness, like flu and stuff like that. It kind of just helps. Because sometimes if you have, let's say like a desk job where you're sitting a lot, you don't get good circulation in your legs. Mm-hmm. And so this just helps with circulation. So I kind of was like, okay, well, maybe this will help kind of move stuff throughout the body, and it couldn't hurt. And he likes massages anyway. So I was like, okay, well, it's kind of like two things. It's like a massage, so it's going to make him feel better and get his mind off of, what's going on. And then also maybe this will help kind of move
the tension, all that.
Because also just kind of helps.
Yeah, because I was still getting a little tense that next day and like whatever. And here and there, I think the last 2 days I've been okay. I haven't used that, but every day since then I've used it a little bit to try and move everything around. And so I don't know what y'all got to do to find yourself one like this one, but I have this one, so don't steal her. She's mine. But find yourself one like her, because any other woman would have ran out and done whatever they want, because it's their vacation, and like you work fucking hard, so you needed that vacation. And so we were going to take a vacation for a little, going to Disneyland here and there, whatever, but like a vacation. And so I not only was I going through what I was going through, I felt absolutely horrible for putting you through that. So like it was just piling on. And so but 30 minutes to an hour for at least 2 days, you would brush that out and make me feel better, and I was fine. And then I can actually poop, which was great, and because that was anxiety too. And then I think it was Tuesday night was the first night we went out, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, and Tuesday night we went and met up with James and walked around for a little bit, and then
no, I think actually Monday night we did.
It was Monday night.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Oh yeah, because Tuesday he wasn't able to go out, and that's when we went out and walked fucking 8 miles.
Yeah,
which. If you're going through some sort of anxiety thing, take a walk, go on walks, it basically, it's not anything magical. It just basically works your body and your mind to a sleep, because you're working out. So it makes your body tired, which is going to make your mind tired. So that right there was amazing. I will admit, now that we're, away from Vegas, that night that we were out with James, there were a couple times where I was like, shit, it's fucking happening. You know what I mean? Like my hands started getting a little sweaty. I started, feeling a little funky, but I just tried to woo-saw, fucking breathe through it. Another good tactic is what I read is breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, breathe out through your mouth for 4 seconds, and do that for a little while. And it should calm your heart rate, calm you down a little bit more, and be able to, catch your breath. So, but yeah, so, then, after that, I realized, hey, maybe some CBDs would work. No THC, because obviously we saw what that did last time. So we went down to the dispensary down the road, which luckily Nevada has those, which is good. Got some CBDs, it was like, I think 10 milligrams or 25 milligrams, a little chew or something like that. And just chewed one of those. And honestly, it took my anxiety away, took my stress levels down. Made me, I think, just the chemical imbalance in my body without having the weed, I think it kind of leveled it out a little. So luckily that was cool. And then we were able to enjoy Vegas. And I just thank you. I love you a lot. And that
I love you too.
Shit. Like I feel a lot better though. I feel so much better not being on it. And again, not trying to be preachy, not trying to say don't smoke, don't do this. Just be careful with it, man. Like, just, it's not gonna change me completely. I mean, I just said be careful with it, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm still gonna talk the same, but I feel more clear headed. I feel like I'm able to catch my thoughts and be able to stay on a subject for a lot. So squirrel moments might be out a little bit, womp womp. But I think, even from what you've told me, you see a difference in how I am and stuff.
Yeah, huge difference.
Yeah. But we were able to go out to Vegas. I mean, unfortunately we didn't really come up on the gambling side, but I had a fun time after we, got past that. We went and saw Area 15, which was pretty fucking cool. Mm-hmm. And maybe I'll put a little video here and there for reference. But Area 15, it's like it's like going into a rave, but it's like an art exhibit, and they had like zip lines and shit, and like it was fucking cool.
It was very much like an adult playground.
Yeah.
So there was the golf center, so you can go and play a virtual round of golf.
It was all black light and neon shit. Really it was fucking cool.
Then there was the flaming axe throwing.
Yep. That was really cool.
They had, it's not a zip line per se. It was, you're sitting down in a seat.
It's the concept of a zip line, but you're still like.
And then you
sitting
had
down.
Control over the brakes.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty cool. And then they had this weird thing called the. What was it?
The Omega Mart?
Omega Mart. That's what it was. I forgot what word it was first. But Omega Mart. So it was like this funny take on like a Walmart almost, or like a grocery store. And they had like funny little products in there. And then there was one, it was like $50 to get into that part. And I didn't really care for it that much, especially after, losing money in Vegas. But it was cool. I've seen a couple like videos and stuff on it and stuff. And there's one part, I guess there's one spot in there where you open like the cooler, the freezer door or whatever, and you can walk into it. It's a whole nother part of the art exhibit and stuff.
It's like as if you were on shrooms or acid.
Which is not what you want to do.
Yeah,
no. You don't need the shrooms or acid.
It was really, the concept, it was done really well. It was really beautiful inside. Everything was...
it was like if the Mad Hatter
interesting.
Loved dubstep.
Yeah, and they had a live DJ, so it was just kind of cool, to be in that environment. But it wasn't necessarily like a club. Like it turned into more of a dance scene after 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
but before that, it was kind of just like a museum with black lights because there was other aspects to it that you could pay, like with the
little virtual reality bird thing was kind of cool.
There was if anyone likes or wants to do whiskey tasting, they have all that there. They have it's based on 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and you can pay to do a tour, and they do like little tastes along the way, but. Basically, the creator of that alcohol, that was his master concept for the whole thing. And he said he wants to keep growing it. I was reading a whole article about him.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think he's actually from LA.
Oh, nice.
And he started something in LA.
Yeah.
And the whiskey distillery that's there started in LA first.
Might have to go check it out then.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It was just very interesting and artistic and
being that I was just going through what I had gone through a couple of days ago. Yeah,
we didn't drink at all,
dude.
Well, I had a couple drinks in Vegas,
but that's I
had a bottle of champagne.
Yeah, she had to finish one of my drinks. So and when we were out with James, so she was a little faded that night.
Alcohol.
But and then.
Hangover. Wait, I did try liquid IV then. I had no hangover.
Look at that. That's awesome. And so, but no, it was really cool. And then we went and we saw Fremont Street, which was awesome. It was horrifying driving there because Google Maps decided to take us into the fucking ghetto before. Thanks, Google.
I think it's just ghetto everywhere around there.
True. It's like, here's Fremont, here's the Strip. Everything else sucks. But if you live there, go fuck yourself. Whatever. You live in the ghetto. But what?
James and Candace live in Vegas.
They live in Henderson.
They live in the nice area.
They live in the area. So so anyways, no, it was really cool. Fremont was awesome. I hadn't been there since I was younger. It was better payouts than on the Strip, but still not
everything
great.
Was just tight.
But and it was the opposite of the women that were half naked running around there.
Oh my gosh! Okay,
dude.
wait. I have to say something. Okay, so normally you see gorgeous women that are representing the hotels. So the hotels have definitely lowered their standards. And allow anyone, apparently, because maybe they're desperate for workers too. Mm-hmm. But no offense, but I'm gonna offend you.
No offense, please. Yes, offense.
Some of these girls are walking around what do you call them? The girls with the feathers and
the showgirls or
the showgirls, I guess. Just that.
Yeah. It was almost like the Rockettes. Is that same kind of thing?
The old school Vegas, where you have the big thing on your head and then peacock kind of thing. They're all wearing thongs. Some of them literally had no ass, and I was like, "Really?" Like
we'd walk by them, and you hear Jen do some squats.
I was like, "Damn!" And then some girls were ginormous and the grossest cellulite ever. And I'm like, "Dude, look, I know girls all have cellulite, but when you have it that bad, that even with your tights, it's still." Popping through.
Yeah. You need to find
and then acne on your butt. Oh my God. I was like, this is disgusting. men are not going to want to go to these hotels.
Nope. Well,
If the
drunk,
girls are like,
drunk guys. I'm just being
you
a
should
man.
come to our hotel. If there's more of you there, no.
Yep.
And then I'm like, or are they like meth heads too? Because some of them just look so twacked out. I was like, Vegas is not representing anymore.
It was just gross. Like it was one of those things where like, okay, as being a dude, like being a dude with your wife around half naked women.
I know you guys are gonna look. I'm not offended by that.
No, but what I'm saying is like being a dude around your wife, and then there's half naked women around. There's always that like, shit, I don't want my wife to catch me looking at. But like it was literally to a point where I knew that I wasn't staring at them because they were fucking gross. I was looking at them because they were gross. It wasn't like a damn. It was like.
I was looking because I was like,
yeah, no, like what the
to
fuck?
me it was just interesting. Like everyone, it's human nature. You just look at people,
and then it was great too because they were like, do you want to take a picture? Blah blah. Blah. Nope. Like usually I'm like, no thanks. Blah blah. I was like, nope.
And I think the one night when I just got really drunk because I drank my drink, my fucking like $20 drink, and then your $20 drink. And,
yeah, don't go to the Paris and expect to spend anything less than $60 for 3 drinks.
For whiskey.
Wow. Evan Williams.
It literally was Evan though.
Yes.
But they,
Which
you know
is
what?
cool because it's our drink.
They poured well though.
They did. That's why I took 2 sips and I was like, babe.
No, you know what I'm thinking? The reason why they were expensive? I don't think she understood what tall meant.
Double.
I think she gave us doubles.
Which, I mean.
Because it tasted way too much. Way too much alcohol. And I'm like, these aren't talls. These are doubles for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't understand the concept of what a tall drink was.
Yeah. So yeah. But no, it was cool. And then we went back the next night after that, and we walked around. We were out until 4 a.m. is when we got our lift, and we walked from the start from MGM Grand all the way up to the Venetian.
Yeah.
Walked all the way up to the Venetian and back, which is 8 miles. Your feet look like. Oh, right.
Oh, I was like, you have music going. I'm like, I hear music.
Oh my God. Hold on.
Oh, and real quick, I'm just clarifying for everyone. This is not chocolate milk.
It's a mudslide.
Damn, that sounds good.
Hey, we can test out that hangover thing tonight. But anyway,
no, this is coffee.
Yeah. So anyways, we walked a lot, and like I was saying, walking that much definitely knocked me out when we got home, and it was great. And then we ended up getting another night stay because we stayed at Tahiti Village, this little thing right here.
Because they have an amazing lazy river.
Yeah, and we didn't get to do it because it was like during the day I was going through my anxiety shit and feeling like shit, so it wasn't. I really wanted to go into a pool.
They shut down the pool and stuff because they were having lightning. So.
Yeah, so one of the days wasn't my fault. The other days were my fault. And then so we went up to the front. We were just sitting there having a drink because we were going to go out and meet James and Candace, and we were having a drink, waiting for them, and then. It was just a random question. We were talking about it, and you were like, "Oh man, it sucks we didn't get to go on the lazy river." And I just looked at you. I was like, "We ain't got shit to do until Tuesday. You have to go back to work because Labor Day and all that. So why don't we stay another day?" And you were like, "Let's go ask." So we just went up, and Jeff O from Palm Springs, who worked at the front desk. Jeff O. No, he was awesome. Awesome little gay dude. Little old gay dude who was great, not in a derogatory way. It's just it's a descriptor. He was awesome. Worked everything out for us and got us a good deal on an extra night because we had booked through Expedia, and so booking through Expedia and then trying to book through the hotel is like kind of a debacle. So or kind of an ordeal. So he was able to work it out for us, give us a good deal on it. No resort fee, which is stupid, but we didn't have that. So it was cool. So then we were all super happy.
They still haven't charged us for that night.
I might cut that out. But anyways, no. So no, it was real cool to have the extra night, and then we did go to the lazy river, and it was completely worth the extra day pay. It was so awesome, relaxing, and I was wearing this awesome shirt, and every single person that saw me wearing this was like, hey, that's good. Or they would like read my shirt out loud to me and they start laughing. And this one black dude he was like in the lazy river as we're walking around. He's like, he goes, I'm sorry, did I roll my eyes out loud? Man, she wrote that for you, didn't she? And I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. But no, that was fun. And then we went out and we ate at the PBR Rockstar Bar and Grill. Is where we ate, and we had some brisket nachos. Oh my god,
those were hands down some of the best nachos I've ever had. Like aside from like your basic like carne asada stuff. Oh my god.
And what I think
it's kind of like a Tex-Mex.
I think my favorite part of the trip was hey, James and Candace are going to be here in a minute. Let's have sex real quick.
Oh my god.
It was like, I got 5 minutes. I'm good with that. 5 minutes. You know me. I'm quick. So anyway, I love your face right now. Sorry guys, I'm gonna get hit later. Anyways, I had to pay her back for the 5 minutes, couple hours of the dry brush. It adds up. So anyways, but no, it was an awesome trip and no trouble on the way back. I think I had a little bit like I drove for an hour and then I started feeling my hands started feeling a little like sweaty. So I was just like, you know what, let's just be safe, let you drive.
Oh yeah, after I was done enjoying my like $6 Panera latte.
Fuck
Everything
prices.
was expensive in Vegas.
So I think that the Vegas trip was a success in it. Like obviously it was a failure in a couple of ways, but I think it was a success in that it helped me. Oh, that Del Taco just fucking burps, man.
It's coming back.
Yeah. But no, I think. You find positive in everything, and I will say that, I love you, and you know that I care about you, and I know that you care about me, but all of that stuff, like, I'm gonna start getting all teary-eyed just talking about it, but I know it sounds really cheesy, but like, I learned so much about my marriage and my relationship with you, and knowing that you do care about me, and you showing it, and like, again, not like I'm not saying that in any way you didn't show it before, but like I learned a lot about the person that I'm with and how fucking lucky I am to have you.
Oh, that was really cheesy.
I know, but it had to be said. Serious. No, I love you a lot, and I'm glad we went through all the shit that we did with all that, because I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have, seen that blatantly and apparent in my face. Like it was an awakening moment for me for a lot of things. So thank you. And I love you.
I love you too.
But yeah. So, and before we left, there was something that I forgot out. Before we left, there was something that I forgot, or that it's something that I left out of the story. We have a bum that was living in our house. The Bat.
Oh God, I was like, wait, what?
Having a violent vibe about yourself is definitely something that you need when you go to places like Vegas or New York or any of these places, just like where we were just the past couple of weeks. Having a violent vibe about you, even though I was going through the panic attack and all that, having some sort of violent vibe with all the riffraff that we saw on the streets is probably a good idea. And it doesn't mean getting violent immediately. It just means keeping your wits about you, knowing
keeping your
eyes peeled,
up,
keeping your butthole puckered,
shields up,
walls. No, but having a violent vibe is it's a must nowadays. Whether it's in a parking lot, a store, at school, or at church, or in Kabul. If you're faced with violence, be calm, be confident, and be comfortable. From the mat to the field, in comfort there is confidence. Have both with Violent Vibe Tribe. Check out violentvibetribe.com and use the promo code TD20 for 20% off your entire order. And also check them out on the Instagrams at violent_vibe_tribe. And I actually think they're on TikTok right now, and they got some pretty funny content. Actually, let me make sure I got the right one. Shut up. Violent Vibe Tribe. I think it's just the... Yeah, it's violent_vibe_tribe. Just like the Instagram, just go check them out. Got a lot of funny little content going on there. And they're going to be having some more merch. And actually, Till Death Studios, which is me and this one over here, just made some cool designs. I think they're going to do something with it soon. Cool. But make sure you go check them out. Use that promo code TD20 for 20% off your entire order. And you ready to go eat, babe?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Queso.
Peace. Back to the show. Okay, so I'll put the video in here, and you guys can roast me in the comments for me dipping out when there was a bat that flew off. But no, there was a bat. We were trying to like hose down the front of the house. Like I was out on the patio hosing stuff down, and like we have these like fake shutter things. Like they are shutters, but they wouldn't even cover the whole window, but they're just kind of like, you know, decor. Yeah, they're just decor on the outside of the house. And I was like, there's probably spiders, you know, next to there, and they're right next to your gym window. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna spray those out and not let them, whatever. And so like 10 minutes behind these things. So I was fucking waterboarding this fucking bat, dude. Like there was no way. And for any of you guys that are Marvel fans, or know who Venom and Carnage is, and it's a symbiote, like that's literally what it looked like because he was drenched in water. So he was like climbing out of it, and I literally thought I was about to be Venom. Like I literally thought I was about to be a superhero, but like an evil one, and like, or there was a huge ginormous tarantula like that came out of there. And so
I'm surprised I didn't hear you go like,
no, I probably did. You probably just didn't hear me. Probably in the garage or something. And then I came and I was like, oh my God, babe, what the fuck is this? And you came out, and as you came out, I had then figured out it was a bat because you could see the little hands, which they're really cute, but in that situation, not at all. And so he like came out and had his like his little hands, not his wings, just his hands out, and then like into a little ball and just hung out there. Yeah,
because he was having a panic attack.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand. He was getting waterboarded. And so we had information we need to get from him. And then, so we were trying
Where is COVID?
You. And so, and so we were trying to like wash out golf bags and get everything ready because it was the day before. And, so you were out there on the patio spraying stuff down, and I was like, I don't really want to be anywhere near that patio right now. And you're like, okay, I'm going to wash these out. You stand over there and you tell me if it starts flying. We're like, okay, aye, Captain. The video, I didn't say shit. Like I saw the wings go, and I went, bye. And I just walked out, and you see on the video, you're all, like the video ends with you just looking out, like, where is he going?
Yeah, like,
and then
pussy.
And then we have a camera on the outside for our like driveway, and which someone's complaining about right now. Another time to talk about that. When there's a resolution, we'll tell that story. But anyway, so you see me just whoop, like walk into the garage, and then like a fucking tweaker, like, like fucking trying to like. So yes, I think that's what started my anxiety attack, babe. I think that's what it is. It just was on set. It just took a while, took a day to take effect. But all in all, it was a crazy week, I will say. So we usually do a little tool of the week thing, and I'm just gonna say my tool of the week was me. I was the tool of that week because I shouldn't have done that, and I should have been smarter about trying to quit. But did you have anything else on the Vegas stuff, or do you think we kind of hit everything?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, then what I'm gonna do.
Hey guys, we here at Till Death Podcast realize that with everything opening up, you might need some new clothes to show off in public. That's scary, I know. But you can rest assured that we've got your back. We have high quality merch and fair prices so you can support your new favorite podcast without breaking the bank. We have a bunch of items to choose from, like this shirt, which is my personal favorite. Oh, it's upside down. See, we got this. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Or, also, this one for the ladies. For my lady, and punch myself in the balls. There we go, it's our old paint splat shirt. We also have tanks, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, yoga pants, beach towels, and even fanny packs. Like this one right here. So So just head over to teespring.com/stores and use the promo code NOMOREMASK and you'll get 15% off your entire order. That's No More Mask for 15% off. So what are you waiting for? Just do it. Just do it. Go get one. They're awesome. Do it. Also, head over to solo.to/tilldeathpodcast for all things Till Death and how to stay up to date with all of our content. Babe, thought laundry was your job.
Get all this merch out of my house.
See what I mean?
We're going to end it on a little funny note.
Okay.
Would you rather?
Okay. That works.
So, since we love your mom's house and we love Tom and Christina, and they're kind of a lot of the inspiration of why we did this podcast, I'm going to start one off with one from there.
Okay.
Would you rather run everywhere or yell everything? So, like, run everywhere. So that means in the middle of the night when you have to piss, run.
I'm usually running if I have to do it.
Because you're like, for 10 minutes you have to pee, and then you're like, fine, like, oh shit, I'm going to piss my pants.
I think I'd rather run everywhere.
Okay. Or, I mean, they had Bill Burr on when they were talking about, when they asked him this, would you rather? And he was saying, he said, he was like, I would find an out. I would find a loophole, which means I would just ignore everyone for yelling everywhere. I would just ignore everyone. So then when they asked like 8 times, I could finally be like, what? That's a little bit, But then, sex would be quite awkward.
Yeah, and up in your face. Oh my God!
Oh yes! I like when you do that. Can you sit on my face?
Yeah, but you don't have to say it like a retard, though.
But that's
it just
yelling.
means you have to yell it, but you don't have to say it the way you're saying it. You can say it like at normal speed.
How would you say
just
it?
Louder.
How would you say it?
Sit on my face! I mean, come on. I mean, you got sit on my face. I mean, you're totally, I was going to say Biden.
Think about it at work.
Yeah,
Think
exactly.
about HR
That's
yelling.
why I can't do yelling, because HR be like, no, I've been thinking of a recent situation. Why did you call him a dumbass?
Why are you yelling at me?
Hold on, I'm trying to think.
I thought you were fucking deaf. Fill out your time card, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it would probably be a lot of that. Your paperwork for your benefits was due yesterday.
Why didn't you do this? Do you want the rest of my sandwich?
But see,
you would be just loud John Malkovich.
But here's the thing. We also are trying to yell with emphasis, which really isn't necessarily part of the requirement. It's just saying it loudly.
Yeah.
So I think we were kind of putting more like anger.
Yeah. Exactly.
So if it was just a normal, but a louder volume, but saying it normally. So, I mean, it's just
hard,
weird.
yeah, right?
It's weird to do that because when I raise my voice, I feel like I'm doing it for emphasis.
Yeah. So that means like if you run everywhere, that means you would be running like through the grocery store, picking out an avocado and then running over to the zucchinis.
So
I'd
be like the guy that we see at Target.
Yep. That's your life.
At least I'd be in good shape.
True, but you would be tired all the time. I wouldn't have anxiety.
Yeah, I would still go with running everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
Or you become the fattest person because you have to run everywhere. You just order everything online.
But then you have to run to the door and then run away, and they see you as you're running into the house. Like, what the fuck? But if you yelled everywhere when you got everything to deliver, thanks for the food. How much did I tip?
Yeah, but it'd be weird too at the grocery store.
You go into a sushi restaurant. Though. Hello, do you want the? You're like, yes, I'd like a table for 4, please.
Booth.
I want some miso soup.
Or when you're at the grocery store and they're like, do you want a bag? Yes.
What the fuck? Why are you yelling at me? I don't know. I have an affliction. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it.
Oh gosh, if we had to talk to poor Luis at the store, And she's all sweet and she's quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
So good to see you too.
Yeah, I miss you. I love your mask. Did you vote? Yeah, I hate him too. Yeah, Biden sucks.
Children's dicks. Okay. Anyways, next one.
Come on, man.
Okay, next one. Would you rather have sex with your cousin in secret or not have sex with your cousin but everyone thought you did?
Ew.
That's fucked up, right?
That's fucked up.
I know, because everyone think that I fucked my cousin. I'm fine with that because I know in myself that I didn't.
Yeah.
That's fine with me because I have to live with myself.
Same here.
That's fucked up. Okay.
Ugh.
So would you rather get explosive diarrhea every time you meet your boss or every time you meet your significant other's parents? Every time you see my mom and Ron or my dad, you're like, oh, shit, gotta go.
But I mean, like, it's not saying it's continual. It just happens.
Yeah.
It'd be blowing up their bathroom
like
every time. I'd have to, like, invest in poopery then.
You just be like Jamie and have a diaper on all the time.
Ugh, but then you're
just sitting in it.
Yeah, that's gross.
But then what about in front of your boss, though? Because I don't think you'd be able to keep a job if you just shitting.
Yeah.
Because you see her every day.
Hey, you know what? Can you just talk to me outside the bathroom door? That'd be horrible.
You're like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see.
Your family would totally make fun of me, though.
Oh, yeah. But I think it would be, I don't know. I think it would be funny. I think me and you would be able to get some comedy out of it, so we'd be able to make the best of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have no penis or 5 penises?
Well, considering I
So your
don't
life
have
now
one.
or 5 penises. So you don't even there's no steps. It's just 0 or 5.
I don't want any.
But okay, I'd rather have 5 than no. I'm sorry, I'd rather have 5 than no penis.
Oh, well, I'm sticking with no penis.
But my question is, does that mean
that's
10,
just for you then?
But does that mean 10 balls?
Didn't say that though.
Because then, like, when I take my boxers off, it'd be like one of those
It's like
little ball. You know
it's
those
like
little.
No, it's like a bouquet.
But it'd be, or no, you know the little things where you pull the ball and
Yeah.
it hits the other
Ugh.
one. That's what that's what would be going on in my
That's
pants.
like a
at all
girl's
times.
worst nightmare.
Like, oh my god.
I am not blowing you.
Would you rather have no arms or no legs? It's pretty basic. Would you rather? But
Probably no arms.
not for me. I couldn't jerk it. But then if I didn't have,
You want to be in a wheelchair? Well, wait. Can we get prosthetics?
yeah, it doesn't say you can't. So yeah.
Then I'm going with no
Yeah, I'm
no
going-
arms, so I can have regular legs, and then I have prosthetics. I can have like robot hands.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, I as long as I could keep my dick, I think I'd go with no legs, and then I just get the ting 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 ting, running around. I could go into the fucking Paralympics.
Yeah,
It'd be
what
kinda
the
cool.
fuck are the lesbians doing next door?
I don't think they're lesbians, babe.
There's 2 women living together, and she is doing work with lumber right now.
Okay, if we
She's
see her in
sawing
flannel,
wood right now. Well, I didn't look at the one sawing the wood. I looked at the blonde one that I thought was looking back at me when I peeked at them through the window.
okay. Hold on, let me make sure we're at. Okay, we got 11 minutes before the thing. Okay. Would you rather crap your pants in public once a year for the rest of your life, or crap yourself in private every day for the rest of your life?
Ugh. Just I'll deal with one day a year.
In public, though.
So it literally means you're just, oh, I shit my pants.
You're
I
just
gotta go home.
inorganic roots, and you're looking at fucking potatoes, and
Yeah,
you're
so that's if you know that every year that's gonna happen, you always keep spare in your
yeah,
purse.
but it doesn't say what day of the year. It's
I know.
sporadic.
I know. So that's why I'm like, oh, I haven't happened yet. So in my purse, I always have spare.
True, but then you wear thongs, so that would be a messy ordeal. And we're not talking like healthy poops. What it's like running down the leg.
But do you want to do that? You want to clean that up every single day then for the rest of your life?
I could live in the shower.
365 days a year versus once.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, because dealing with it when I was here, I don't know though. Because even dealing with it when I was here and I shit my pants, it was not great.
Exactly.
But I think I would rather do that in the privacy of my own home than, I'm going to go with.
I can't. I wouldn't want to deal with that every day.
Because then it would just be a part of.
You're like a baby every single day.
Okay, would you rather have knives for fingers or penises for fingers?
Knives.
Knives? No dicks? No Edward Scissorhands?
No, I want to be Edward
penis hands?
Yeah. Do you imagine like me doing my like prep work for the week?
That would actually be pretty cool, but you wouldn't be able to type. You might be able to type things, but you wouldn't I would never let you near my penis. We could test out the no hands thing.
Wow.
Let me see. Let's go through. Okay, would you rather be an ugly genius or a hot moron?
A hot moron.
Oh, so regular life. Okay, cool. I love you, babe.
This podcast will be ending early tonight, folks.
Let me see. All right, let's see. One more. Would you rather be in a real version of The Walking Dead or Jurassic Park?
Walking Dead.
Yeah, because it's easy.
It's way easier to fight off a zombie if you have the right weapon and
T-Rex.
strength versus a dinosaur.
Or a velociraptor or something.
No.
Yeah, and then I'd get to shoot people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I would love to have a tower. Okay, so think about it like on the movie Tremors, the old school movie, like, what was that, late 80s, early 90s, whenever that was.
Damn.
You're on top of the building. You got like in that whole like arsenal they had.
Oh, yeah.
So up on top, just taking out people. Oh my God, that'd be fun.
Oh, if we were
I'd create
in
a wall of dead around my house so that the dead couldn't get past the other dead.
One of the best
super
memes
dead.
that I saw when like zombies were a big thing, like when Walking Dead first came out, whatever there was a meme that said just if in the zombie apocalypse, just put a bunch of treadmills outside of your house, so they just fucking trying to get into your house and they just can't because they're walking, running.
Well, what I'm thinking I would do is literally create the wall. I'd build a wall of dead zombies, and then I'd cement over top of them. So they'd be like the interior of the wall.
That'd be pretty awesome. It'd smell a little bit, but it'd be pretty awesome.
Kind of creepy.
But
they never discuss the smell or stench.
Unless they're putting it on themselves. I'm honestly, but they probably smell fucking bad too, as just humans.
Not brushing your teeth ever.
Not brushing your teeth, not washing your ass, not washing your hands, killing a zombie body and then it's just on you.
Ugh.
If zombie apocalypse happens, I'm going straight to Washington, D.C. just to hope I can find a couple of them that are still around as zombies so I can just...
That's where everyone would go.
Oh, yeah. Pelosi gone, Biden gone. But, like, the zombie version, I'm not going to go do anything.
She's already a zombie.
Dude, like, why? Like, she said she gets plastic surgery. Like, what is did she go for the Michael Jackson?
She looks like the puppet that one famous like comedian
Jeff Dunham?
Yeah.
She looks like the terrorist one.
Yeah.
She looks like the terrorist and the old guy.
With the big eyes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ahmed.
Yeah. All right. And yeah.
Okay.
The dead terrorist.
So I think we're good on that. Ended on the good note.
Her being dead.
Yeah, there we go. That's a great note. That's a positive note to go on. Nancy Pelosi not being around anymore. So anyways, guys, make sure you check out at Till Death Studios on Instagram. Go on Facebook. We're on there too. Check out violentvibetribe.com. Use the promo code TD20 and get 20% off your entire order. Also check out teespring.com/stores/Till Death Podcast and use no more mask, no more Newsom, China virus, Ice Cream Man.
Maybe
Biden.
Maybe titty milk too.
Oh yeah, brains and titty milk. You go on there, use one of those. One of them will fucking work. Don't worry. But yeah, go check it out. We got fanny packs, we got shirts, we got hoodies, we got all the stuffs.
And just letting you guys know, if you do model any of our awesomeness,
Send it in.
Sure
We'll give you a...
you're not naked.
Please.
Modeling the fanny pack.
Butthole.
Although the small fanny pack will probably cover most of your stuff because your small stuff. So.
Come on, man.
So anyways, so check that out. Also go check out Debt Advisors of America if you need some debt help to get out of there. If we have not lifted your spirits and we have not given you inspiration to be better people, go check out Nearing the Top. They are, it's a little motivational speaking, and they do a lot of cool one-on-ones and a lot of positive stuff. And we just actually did some work for them, or I did, with Tilda. That's Tilda Studios. It's both of us.
I was behind you and supporting.
You know, I did the work. She's the face. You know, we're good. But no, we did some cool. I did a couple little projects in the middle of doing another one for him. So go check that out. And he's actually one of the heads of Debt Advisors America. So check that out. Also check out Vivid Culture. It's a new show that we have on the channel. It's with me. It's with myself and Daniel Castro, a buddy that I met through Nick from Violent Vibe Trap. Yeah. And the VVT, VC, all this stuff. But go check that out. And
the lesbians are pounding each other.
They're pegging each other right now. Well, actually, pegging would only be if the one had a real dick. So maybe one's a trans.
I don't know. I gotta figure out what that one looks like.
Yeah. Okay. So make sure you go check out all that stuff. I am Ian Till Death. She is Jenn Till Death. We are the Till Death Podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and follow. Comment down below. It helps out the algorithm and helps more people see our content and think we're the horrible people that we are. Don't quit smoking weed cold turkey. Bad idea. That's what if you pull anything from this ridiculous episode, make sure you take care of yourself.
That's the lesson for today, kids.
Yes, exactly. What is this, like Reading Rainbow or fucking Mr. Rogers? Are you Miss Frizzle or Miss, what was her name?
Frazzle?
Miss Frizzle? Fraggle?
Not Fraggle Rock. Magic School Bus for all of the 90s kids.
It's Miss Frizzle, right?
I don't remember. It's an F.
Hold on. Magic School Bus. Dude, I don't know what's going on with our fucking neighbors. Or was that just our AC going on?
No, that's the neighbors. They're building something.
Magic School Bus characters.
Frizzle.
Miss Frizzle, right?
I'm thinking it's that.
Okay.
We're going to go with Miss Frizzle, but apparently we may or may not be right.
Narrator Arnold, Miss... It doesn't say.
Just type in Miss Frizzle Magic School Bus and see what it says.
Yes, Miss Frizzle. Okay, there we go. I just saw
Cool.
it. Sorry.
So yes, I am Miss Frizzle telling everyone about Ancestral Supplements.
Yep, you're the one taking the school bus.
And I probably said some wrong information about the boob juice and all that, but you know what? At least... it might spark your interest to go read about it.
See, like I was saying, we just did an episode, the Vivid Culture one, the Vivid Culture podcast, and we were saying on there, like, yeah, we're just, saying our opinions and saying all the info that we know or what we've researched. But if you think that we're wrong or, whatever, you want to look into it more, definitely do your own research before you just trust us two dumb idiots, okay? It's probably, or one idiot, one, like, halfy. I'm going to die later. So this is the last episode.
Lady and the Tramp.
Dwight, you ignorant slut.
So, anyways, yes, and hopefully by the next time we record this podcast, we won't have Biden as a president and we won't have Newsom as a governor. I'm hoping at least for one of those, right?
Yes.
Even though I really don't want the cackler in chief. But anyways... thank you guys very much for sticking around with us. And as you know, we are horrible at ending our episodes. So, bye.
Bye.
What's going on, guys? You just watched a clip of the Till Death podcast. Thank you for your support. Make sure you click the subscribe button down here. Click one of the videos, one right here or one right down here. You just, like Biden, you just got to keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it.